Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hosts have been scoring freely all season, but they face the best defence in the league. Who will come out on top? Stay with us. We'll have all the action for you live right here on EA TV. Hello everyone, great to have you with us. This is the scene here at the Stadium of Light. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And they're on the cusp of bringing you live action from one of the most exciting leagues in Europe, the Championship. It is Sunderland facing Burnley.
Yes, thanks as always, Derek. We've got two good teams here, so I'm anticipating a really good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully we're not disappointed.
Effective pressure to regain possession. Plenty of options, but really sticking to their task defensively. Dangerous looking attack. To cross into the centre, and still dangerous. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Stuart, in particular, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, that's a very impressive return, isn't it? He's been excellent, and it's not just been his goals. His all-round players look really bright this season.
Bastia. Pepelu. Excellent defending. And news of a goal in the Millwall game. Alex Scott, what can you tell us?
It's a goal for Reading. It's all even Stevens at 1-1 with 13 minutes played.
Many thanks, Alex. Cantwell. Oh, lovely incisive pass. Fine goalkeeping to push that away. Oh, they've lost it. Charlie Taylor. And Burnley will get the throw in.
Can you go to reception if you've lost your keys?
Pepelu. Goodmanson. Well, they couldn't keep possession. Do they mean business on this occasion? And the goalkeeper covered a lot of ground. Goalkeeper doing his job, getting the touch. A concession of a corner here. Who can he pick out? Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. Goodmanson. Determined defending. Right, from what I'm hearing, there's been a goal in the Luton match. Let's send it over to Alex for the details.
Yeah, it's a goal for West Brom. They've scored the opener here with 27 minutes on the clock.
Alex, thank you very much. And taken away, he won the ball. And threading it forward. And really trying to blast that one past the keeper, but his radar was a bit off. And that was a very fine read.
Well, Burnley have had a lot of the ball during the last 15 minutes, as you can see, and have played some really lovely football going forward. They must now make it count and get themselves in front.
An alert intervention. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. It's a perfect challenge. And the referee allowing advantage to accrue to them. Losing possession. Right, a change to the scoreline I'm hearing in the Millwall game. Alex, what news do you have for us?
Yeah, it's a goal for Millwall. They're back in this now with 36
with the info as ever. Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Who's going to get on the end of it? And clears his lines. Decided to come in from the flank. Can he finish? A goal! The opening statement of the match. A richly deserved lead, and now they can celebrate.
Goal for Claret.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here.
Goodmanson.
Well, inching towards half-time, and probably fair to say the fans were hoping for a little bit better than this. Stuart, your thoughts?
Well, it's been a tight first half so far, but they haven't quite shown enough guile in the attacking third. If, however, they can be more dynamic in the 1v1 situations, they have the quality to turn this around.
It comes to nothing in the end. Clean challenge. And a clear foul, but the referee letting the play flow. So the referee's whistle, and that brings... And the match is underway. Well, underway once more, and it's going to be fascinating to see what developments occur in this second half. It's a good-looking ball in behind, and the keeper did more than enough. And there's the delivery, and gobbled up with ease by the keeper. Nicely timed tackle. Just looking ahead to another game coming up for you from the Championship, live on EA TV. It's Sunderland facing Middlesbrough. Gives it a go. Tremendous block. Putting it wide from there. A pity, really. Right, I believe someone has scored in the Coventry City game. Alex, what can you tell us?
It's another for Norwich City. They're pulling it by 2 with 54 minutes played.
Many thanks, Alex. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Excellent ball over the top. And the referee blows the whistle. It is a free kick. No yellow card, instead a firm warning from the official. Well, no surprise to see him go for goal, but a routine save in the end. And attempting the through ball, and running in behind. And he's got it scored to level it again.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
So underway again, following the goal that made things level.
Number 5, Taylor.
Well, this really ought to be a championship game to savour. It's live on EA TV. It's Burnley taking on Stoke City. Oh, he's really opened them up here, and just has to remain calm. And a goal! Another one! 2 in quick succession. No wonder they're celebrating.
Well, let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best, and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head: smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
Todd Cantwell. And now passing it through. Terrific save.
Well, that's a top-class save. He read it so well.
Josh Brownhill. Samuel Bastiat. Goodmanson. Did well to win the ball back. Twenty minutes remaining. Well-timed tackle. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Dangerous ball. Well, still an issue here. Space afforded him. That's a nice-looking ball. He's showing good defensive judgment. Oh, he fancies his chances. And the keeper had the measure of that one. Possession given away, unfortunately. Okay, with news of a goal in the Luton game, it's over to Alex Scott. Alex.
It's a goal for Luton Town. They've pulled one back and now trail by one with 80 minutes played.
Thank you, Alex. Fatawu Isahaku. Swift ball into the area. Well, the attack will peter out. Keeper's ball. Minutes remaining, and one thing is certain, no one is leaving because it's still close. They are making headway, but really they need a goal with time not on their side. And a good-looking ball, and a no-nonsense clearance. Goodmanson. Terrific block. Now can they counter clinically? They need to get bodies back. And it looked like open road for them, but up a dead end. So 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. Pepelu. Taylor with it. Westwood. And there it is, the final whistle. And the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles. Well, this is the kind of match every football fan looks forward to. A lot on the line and the likelihood of a tension-packed occasion. We have all the action for you live on EA TV. Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to the Riverside Stadium. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the analysis, is Stuart Robson. And hopefully hopefully we have explosive action to bring you on this, the 5th of November. It's Middlesbrough, and they face Sunderland.
Well, thanks, Derek. Never mind the fireworks going on outside the ground. I'm expecting fireworks on the pitch. It should be a sparkle of a game, though. I'm looking forward to this one.
Number 3.
As the caption shows, the visitors come into today's game leading the league in goals for. The best attack in the league statistically.
Well, away from home, their ability to create chances and score goals has been fantastic. But it's the speed of their counter-attack that's been key to their success. They've been unstoppable at times this season.
Brereton. Well, timed his challenge magnificently. They've regained possession. Marcus Force. He has teammates around him. Shot attempted. Very much run-of-the-mill as saves go. On a pass that lacks quality. Might really be able to trouble them here. Simple catch, really. Can he finish? The degree of difficulty wasn't all that high in terms of the save. And players waiting in the centre. And he takes it on. And that's going to roll all the way through. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied. And they remain locked together.
Well, that's a good save, but really he should have scored from there. That's a big chance.
Onaya. Ben Brereton. That's how to rob them of possession. He's in with a chance.
This is a message for Andy Topham. That's Andy Topham. Can you please return to your vehicle?
Textbook interception. Matt Crooks. Out of play for a Sunderland throw. Poor attempt at a pass, really. It might be on for them. Oh, surely! And the keeper there to deal with it. He's showing good defensive judgment. McGree. And in the perfect position to read it. Borough pushing forward with options available. And fed forwards. Oh, so close to opening up the defence. Has a go. And foiled only by the crossbar. Well, they can bring it out now.
Well, you sense the goal's coming.
Must be. And it should have been the first goal of the game.
Well, I can't believe that chance has been squandered. That should have been the opener. Those stats really do paint the picture. So many chances, but yet little end product. But surely the breakthrough's coming.
And the cross into the middle. Not a very complicated catch for the keeper. Well, news to bring you from one of the other games, and big news at that. Here's Alex Scott.
Yes, it was a penalty for Coventry City. It was an awful penalty. He shot it well wide of the post. The score is still 1-1 with 35 minutes played.
Thanks for the update, Alex. Can he find the angle? The attack carried promise, but petered out. Making a bit of headway. The danger averted thanks to his teammate. De La Vega. Promising move from Borough. And nicely parried away. Well, an opportunity here for them to get their noses in front from the corner.
Well, they won't get too many opportunities today, so they have to capitalise from set pieces like this.
Now sending it in. Well, not the best clearance. Well, sometimes it works out for you, but that was a wretched piece of finishing. From one side of the pitch to the other. And snuffing out the danger. Well, the stoppage time situation. 1 minute here. Can he find the net? So the referee blows his whistle for half-time. A tense contest so far, Stuart. What have you...
Well, you...
So the two teams have switched around, and the second half is underway. Still passing it around with authority. Well, he's bound to be disappointed with himself. Not a great effort, Stuart.
Well, the less said about that, the better. Not a good decision from him.
Right, let's send it over to Alex Scott, because, Alex, there's been a goal in the Norwich game.
It's a goal for Luton Town. It's won the ball here with 49 minutes played.
Alex, thank you very much. Well, who would dare predict the outcome of matches in the Championship? This is one to look forward to live on EA TV. It's Middlesbrough taking on Hull City.
I like the look of that game. The atmosphere is always good inside that stadium, and two very good teams.
Good pressure to win the ball back. It's a weighted pass. Shot attempted. It was going to be the goalkeeper's ball. Diallo with it here. Has eyes for goal. Oh, narrowly wide. So unlucky. And the substitution will occur now. Well, we have 30 minutes to go. Akpom. Well, they have the ball once more. And this really ought to be a championship game to savour. It's live on EA TV. It's Sunderland facing West Bromwich Albion. Here it is now, a substitution. Who can they pick out? Not all that convincing defensively. Well read to ease the pressure. Tremendous ball played through. Well, the shot had just a bit too much elevation. And they will make the change now. And I'm hearing the situation has changed in the Norwich game. Alex Scott, what exactly has happened?
It's a goal for Norwich City. It was a nice 1-2 and then a composed finish as he rounded the goalkeeper. The score's level again now at 1-1 with 67 minutes played.
Thanks as always, Alex. 20 minutes to go in this one. Couldn't keep the ball. Mowat. Teammates available. Well, great read there to intercept. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Well, it looked highly promising, but it came to nothing in the end. Mowat. Poppy. Moving forward effectively, but quick thinking defensively. Now, goal news to bring you from one of the other games. Here's Alex Scott with the details.
Yeah, a second one now for Coventry City. They've pulled one back with just over 10 minutes left to play.
Alex with the info as ever. Tremendous intuition to win it back. The possession game just not working properly today. It's come down to the final 5 minutes, and still they're deadlocked at 0-0. Oh, in with a chance! A goal! They've kept the fans waiting, but now the magical moment has arrived. Explosive! What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Taken away, he won the ball. Now, who can he play it to? And on the attack, hunting for a late equaliser here. Keeper did his job to begin with. Threat over for now, it seems. As a free kick here. Useful ball to the near post. And there it is, the full-time whistle here, and it's a victory for the visitors.
Yes, Derek, sometimes it takes a while to eventually get the better of the opposition, and that was the case here. They kept going, and they eventually got their reward.
Promising move from Borough. Our cameras on one man, in fantastic form and the top scorer in the league. Can he add to his tally today, live on EA TV? And I'll tell you what, you really are spoiled for choice when it comes to football grounds in the Midlands of England. Welcome to the Hawthorns. I'm Derek Ray, ready here in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder, Stuart Robson. And looking forward to bringing you the cut and thrust of the championship. It's West Bromwich Albion, and they face Sunderland.
Well, thanks, Derek.
Can he take the chance? There it is, and just the ideal start.
Well, here's the replay, and he shows great awareness to play this through ball. But the keeper should do better at his near. post. That's gone in far too easily. That's not good goalkeeping.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Well, here's the table, and who was really expecting this? Who was expecting to see Sunderland positioned where they are currently?
Well, I'm not sure why it's such a big surprise. They have some good players, a decent coach, and they work really hard. I just hope they can keep everybody fit and stay in this promotion race.
Phillips. Molumby. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. Went in strongly to win the ball. And the keeper more than equal to it. And over it comes. Straightforward catch for Buffon. Well, they might be onto something. No shortage of excitement. Level again. No wonder they're excited.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And then the shot is emphatic. He strikes it with such power, the keeper has no time to react. What a good finish.
So back underway. They've levelled it at 1-1 here. He has time to play it over. So following the deflection, a corner kick coming up here. Taken short. He got in the way of that cross. And the short option preferred. And that wasn't a bad header at all. Couldn't quite get over the ball. Well, let's join Alex Scott, because Alex, I believe there's been a goal in the Burnley match.
It's a goal for Cardiff City. They're back level. It's 1-1 with 20 minutes played.
Thank you, Alex. And clears his lines. Brereton. On the ball, De La Vega. Still level here, but the pressure escalating. Oh, you don't want to lose the ball in that position. A smart stop here. Trying to pick out a teammate. Furlong. In possession, Matt Phillips. Molumby. Interception to snuff out the danger. Is it going to end up being productive for them? Might jump in front. And not an effort that will live long in the memory.
Well, the defenders will be relieved because that was a good chance. From that sort of distance, he should really be hitting the target. It was a really poor attempt in the end.
Right, let's send it over to Alex Scott, because Alex, I believe, a goal in the Blackburn game.
It's a goal for Blackburn Rovers. It's now 1-0 with 29 minutes played.
Thanks for the update, Alex. Really getting stuck in. De La Vega. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. Well, so many possibilities, but it didn't happen for them. Wallace. Can they create something? Okay, Yokuzu. Well, he missed the target and then some. Wide it went. Oh, he's given us away. And you don't want to lose possession there. And there is the goal to re-establish their advantage. So back underway. Intriguing contest this, given the 2-1 scoreline. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. Possession one. And Sunderland get the throw. Right, a goal update to bring you from the Preston North End match. Over to Alex for the details.
Yeah, it's a goal.
Sorry, Alex, could be a goal here. And what a magical save it was. And a short corner here. And a decent delivery. Well, they can keep possession now. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Cross could be useful. Well, in fact, a bit too close to the goalkeeper. And that was always going to be claimed. So half-time then. The first 45 minutes have come and gone. So back underway here into the second half. Well, I'm hearing there's been a goal in the Blackburn game. Alex Scott, who has scored it.
It's another for Blackburn Rovers. They've pulled one back with 48 minutes played.
Thanks as always to Alex Scott. I think you've got to conclude that was good refereeing. A free kick in the end after initially playing advantage, but it just wasn't there. It looked as though it had a chance of going in for the equaliser.
It was close. It was a decent effort. Just need to keep plugging away now, and surely the goal will come.
It's with Jed Wallace. You certainly have got to give this man high marks for his work up to this point, Stuart.
Yes, he'll be pleased with his first half display. His movement was good, as was his passing, and of course he took his goal well. Just needs to continue that form into the second half.
Wanted to keep it, but couldn't. Can they create something from here? Wallace. Peters. And played in.
This is a message for Tyler Berry. That's Tyler Berry.
Well, it looks so threatening, but the danger averted.
Thank you.
Right, let's send it over to Alex Scott, because Alex, I believe, a goal in the Blackburn game.
It's a second goal for Luton Town. It's all level again at 2-2 with 57 minutes played.
Thanks for the update, Alex. Well, very effective play in possession. Oh, big opportunity! Well, the keeper performing brilliantly. The change now. Well, as a defender, that will sit you down to the ground. And space for him to cut in. So following the deflection, a corner kick coming up here. A decent reading of that ball in.
Number 16, Ahmad Diallo.
Brereton. Can he put it in? And he's certainly in the mood for his second.
Well, he's certainly looking at the press. He looks so sharp today.
Chance to set up an equaliser from the corner. Oh, good save. Excellent header. The corner kicks keep on coming. Who can they pick out? Defensive excellence there. Okay, Yokushu. Now Peters. Great effort to keep that one in play. Crossing opportunity. That's a well-struck pass. He's got to score! What a vital intervention. Well, I'm hearing a goal has gone in the Burnley game. Alex Scott can tell us more.
It's their third goal for Burnley. After a well-worked move, he got himself on the end of a cross with a beautiful header. They're back in this now with 72 minutes played.
Many thanks, Alex. Options in the centre, but dealt with efficiently. To worry the goalkeeper that time. Sims. Not to be advised giving the ball away there. So almost at full time, and it hasn't quite gone to plan for the visitors, has it? Stuart, interested to get your take as always.
Well, it's been close, but I'm not sure they deserve anything from this game. They've just not created enough clear-cut chances. There's still time, though. They just need to get the ball into the danger area.
Well, I'm hearing something has happened in the Preston game. Exactly what? Here's Alex.
Yeah, it's a second for Millwall. The goalkeeper has spilled it back into the danger area, and he is there.
Alex, sorry to interject, but a big chance here. And a goal! It's a finish of real class! No shortage of acrobatics on display here. He's judged it to perfection. Incredible header. Underway again with the score at 3-1. And it might be. Safe pair of hands, did his job. Well, we never like cutting off Alex, but sometimes we have to do it for understandable reasons when things are happening. To confirm, Millwall did score in that match, and they're winning in that game at the moment by 2-1. Electronic board lets the fans know 3 minutes of stoppage time. Rogic. Went in strongly to win the ball. And that is the end of the contest, and not a happy outcome as far. Hello from the Stadium of Light, and we certainly hope it will be an illuminating experience. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And the focus is very much on live action from the Championship. It is Sunderland, and they face Hull City.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Well, that pass easy on the eye. A matter of keeping his composure. There it is. A delightful start to this match. Just what they were hoping for.
Well, Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Right, a change to the scoreline I'm hearing in the Millwall game. Alex, what news do you have for us?
It's a goal for Watford. Could the goalkeeper have done better? Yes, but let's not take nothing away from that finish. They've scored the opener with 6 minutes played.
Thanks for the update, Alex. Williams. On a pass that lacks quality. It was interesting to look at the table, and what can we say about these runaways, for want of a better word?
Well, they're in a great position at the moment, as you mentioned, Derek, and you have to say their football...
And still danger here. Finally gathered by the keeper.
Well, that's a really good recovery. He had to be smart there.
Pressing high to win the ball. Beautifully disguised ball. He's just got to continue his run. Oh, marvellous goalkeeping.
Well, it's a top-class save from a top-class goalkeeper. That's absolutely brilliant.
And the problem not completely solved. And the referee blows for a foul.
Can the owner of the green car that is blocking up the emergency exit please return to your vehicle and move it as soon as possible? Thank you.
Andy Cannon. Well read to ease the pressure. And intercepting it. Now, let's see what they can do here. Oh, maybe the equaliser. And saved by the keeper. And over comes the corner. And clearing it away. And couldn't keep himself onside. They're getting right on top of their opponents and winning it back. It might be. No shortage of excitement. Level again. No wonder they're excited. So back underway. 1 goal apiece here. Electing to cross into the centre. Sound piece of goalkeeping. Andy Cannon. Randall Williams. And a tidy tackle. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Can they keep it going? Well, it was a good counter-attack in the making, but very alert defending. O'Neill. Right, I'm hearing there's been a goal in the Swansea game. Alex Scott, who has scored it?
It's a goal for Sheffield United. They're the first on the score sheet here with 33 minutes played.
Many thanks as ever, Alex. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count, but it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending. Oh, no stopping him. He's got to score! What a lovely strike! Lethal piece of finishing, drilled home with true conviction. Tremendous goal!
Well, let's look at this again, Derek, because the transition when the ball changes hands is so quick. And the strike could not get any better. And it's through the back of the ball with such power. What a goal this is.
Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs.
Well, as those stats tell us, Sunderland have been second best in terms of possession, but they've certainly shown an ability to counter-attack when they win it back. I expect more of the same. I think it's been a really good performance from them so far.
Oh, wait a minute, Stuart. Opportunity. Oh, he's missed it.
Well, he'll be very disappointed with that. He should be scoring from there.
Shaloba. And news of a goal in the Millwall game. Alex Scott, what can you tell us?
It's a second goal for Watford. They're pulled ahead by 2 with 41 minutes on the clock.
Thank you, Alex. He's given it straight to the opposition. Well, he knows he's on his last warning after that one.
Well, I don't think it warranted a yellow card. He made a genuine attempt to play the ball there.
We are going to have 2 additional minutes. And he's in. Decent shot, but the post getting in the way. Goal kick it is. Well, a free kick awarded by the referee. Well, that's going to be all for the first half. The referee's whistle, half-time here at the stadium. And now they get...
Sorry mate, just a question there. I don't really support any main teammate, to be honest. What about yourself? I watch a lot of football, and I like watching a lot of teams for different reasons, like managers and stuff like that. Or I had a fondness for Liverpool growing up, so that was kind of the closest team I supported. But everybody does now, so don't really go to hunt.
Breathing room. Well, time to send it over to Alex Scott now, because Alex, I believe there's been a goal in the Millwall game.
It's a goal for Watford. It was a nice one too, and then he coolly slotted it.
Don't do that. Fuck's sake.
Real excitement, a back and forth type of game. Now they're level. And level again here. This has been quite the roller coaster ride.
Right, come on.
Intercepting it intelligently.
And you fan? Tough weekend, eh? Sunday.
Well, apologies to Alex for having...
Certainly, I much prefer Man U to Man City, to be honest. I grew up watching Fergie's team because of the A-Jam, so yeah, I was pretty big fan of watching them. So I do have a soft spot for Man U.
Sunderland facing Norwich City. And just losing control of the ball, and it will be a throw.
Go on. It's only 2-1, fuck. It's fucking 2 each.
This is looking threatening.
Benny, get an end of this, get an end of that, Benny. You'll do it.
What an important piece of defending.
No, don't give him, he's offside.
Good assessment of the situation at the back.
I like Sheffield Wednesday because of all the history and stuff like that, and you know, it'd be great if they get back into, well, the Premier League eventually, but massive club, eh? Oh, Benny, why not fucking hit that? I'd been playing around with career mode since I got this, and then I done a creator club, which was fine, I was getting quite into. But on FIFA 22 there was a bug with my creator club, where I went for the Championship to Premier Division, get qualified for the Champions League, and then although we were in the Champions League, you couldn't play, so you defaulted all the games as a 3-0 loss. And I was a bit worried about that happening again, and I saw somebody stream and the same thing happened. But then I've heard from somebody else that that glitch has gone, but I don't know. So I was a bit kind of getting pissed off with it by the second season. So I went back, and off stream I started one of Sunderland. Gave ourselves a bit of money, and I've bought in players that people have suggested in the past. or just players that are on the fringes of teams that I think are still good players. But I thought about doing a Sheffield Wednesday one. It was them or Sunderland. I just went Sunderland because they were in the Championship. But this is probably out of the few I've done for FIFA 23 just to start off with last week. I'm actually getting quite into this one. Quite enjoying playing it, which doesn't happen often. And I like the squad that's getting built. Go on. I think we're sitting in 4th. We're doing well till we get beat off West Brom there. Quite badly beaten. And I mean, I've got Buffon. I was about to say I've got Buffon in goal. It doesn't get much better, and then that happened. First season, mate. So, yeah, typical Championship. It was just loads of games. So I've been doing a lot of this off stream because I wanted to do the training and stuff, because I was getting a bit boring doing that on stream, and people were a bit like, well, keep seeing the training. But then I thought I'll play it a wee while, and I just put it on earlier on today because I've been trying to grind out the games. Oh fucking hell, De La Vega. And yeah, I put Ted Lasso as a manager. Again, somebody had asked that. I'd been using myself, so I thought, do you know what, I'll use Ted Lasso anyway because it was quite cool seeing him. I love the team. I mean, to get anywhere near the playoffs this season would be brilliant. I'm quite happy if it's another year in the Championship because a lot of these players are young. Even though I spent a wee bit of money, it's all fringe players like Japhet Tanganga at right back from Spurs. I've got Bella Kotchup from Southampton. I managed to get pretty reasonable centre back, but he's young, but he'll be really good. Chalobah from Chelsea, he's another one. I have no idea what happened there. I'll take it. That was a glitch when I tried to slide it under him. This is looking like another draw. Favourite Championship player or League One player? That's a good question. Well, I signed Max Aarons from Norwich, so technically he counts now. And Cantwell. Cantwell's a bit of a Poundland Madison right enough, but I think Max Aarons is really good. Actually, I think Man United could have signed Max Aarons a couple of years ago. As a bit of competition for Wan-Bissaka at the time. I don't know. I've not seen it. I've actually not watched much of the Championship this season. I watched the first week. I quite like that Luke Yen that plays for Sunderland that I've kept in the team. He's one of the only ones that's stayed in the team from the start. I've redone the whole team. I quite like him, but I think that was just more the interviews and in the Sunderland Till I Die documentary. He was good in it. Barry Bannon, God, he used to play for the Scottish team. Aye, no, they're good. Barry Bannon, who's he playing for? Wait a minute, is he at Sheffield? No. God, Barry Bannon's in a lot of clubs. Brent Diaz is playing well, which is good. Really good. So this should be a tough game. Yeah, and again, yeah, that's right. Because I did look at the squad, because actually I was going to go Sheffield Wednesday, and then I suddenly just went Sunderland at the last minute. So yeah, look when you're in there, he's the only one that's left from the team that I had to start with. You can get a rest, and you can get a rest. That'll be alright, yeah, I know they're unfit.
All eyes on one man. Facing his former club, he'll want to make a point. Live on
Stadium Light looks good in this game right enough.
certainly hope it will be an illuminating experience. I'm Derek Ray.
Wednesday, they're a bit. It's a bit like when Leeds were down in the Championship for years and stuff. People forget how much they've done, the size of the club. And I guess with Sunderland, the flight, he's onside. Tell me he's onside. He's onside. That'll do. I've not checked his goals lately because the top scorer stats aren't as easy to find. Callum Patterson. But hang on, is Callum Patterson Scottish? I'm sure he was involved in the national team. Our national team's that shit. We end up having a lot of fringe players coming in and out. It might not be though. Because we get Nathan Patterson who's a right back, but I'm sure there's another Patterson. I suppose Norwich might actually not be as good because I've taken Cantwell off them and I took Aarons off them. That's a red card. Surely, or he's injured. He better not be injured badly. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he has a red card. Good. Right, he better get up though. Is he alright? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Oh yeah.
Well, there's been quite the focus on him coming into today's game. Real chance.
Well, and Buffon.
And over comes the corner.
The only thing about this career mode is a lot of the players didn't want to sign, even though they're the young ones. They didn't want to sign for a long time. Go on then. This player's brilliant. He was featured, scouted, and he's going to be a really good player. Oh, unlucky. But yes, all of them only signed for 1-2 years. Well, I think I tried to sign most of them for 2 years, so it might be difficult of keeping them all. Oh, unlucky. Not a big fan of Dar. Who's Dar? Get up for that. Hit it. Oh. Who have Man U got this weekend? Coming off the back of that City game, I wonder. I usually know, but I can't remember. Ah, right, okay. I didn't even know. Didn't even know who that was. It's been weird actually this season because I think it's leading up to it's Everton. Everton will just stick 10 men behind the ball, maybe quite boring. But you should win. Where are you with Ronaldo? Oh, Benny. I think, as Roy Keane said, I think Ronaldo is going to get a bit messy. They should just let him go in the summer, if that's how Ten Hag felt. Get out wide, come on. Benny, make the run. Oh, lucky Benny. Need to check the score stats because he's on some amount for the season. Ben Brereton Diaz. He was the only kind of real expensive signing I made. And even that, he was 8 million.
advantage throw-in forthcoming. And news of a goal in the Hull City match. Let's get the information from Alex.
It's a goal for Hull City. They've scored the opener with 30 minutes played.
Alex with the info as ever. Effective pressure to regain possession. Well, they continue their push for the equaliser.
Shit.
but definitely not forcing
Well,
it.
out before on.
Hold the net.
There's youth in those old legs yet.
And play halted, free kick given.
Well, what a good piece of goalkeeping that was. But the equaliser can't be long in coming, surely.
Yeah, I mean, Casemiro's even worse because of the money that was paid for him, but it kind of goes to show that he wasn't really Ten Hag signing. Because it's nothing to do with this, or we need to get them up to speed, because Anthony, the players he wants play, Anthony, Eriksen and so on. I know Eriksen had pre-season, but I mean, if he'd got De Jong would have been playing.
Takes it on. They got to it fairly
But
easily.
it's an expensive player to just keep him on the bench, Casemiro. The only thing is now he's probably kind of going to be forced to start him because
Possession changing hands.
McTominay's not good enough for Man U. He plays for the Scottish team and that, but he's not a central defensive midfielder either. Although he plays centre back for Scotland,
Receiving news of a goal in the Hull City match. Alex Scott.
but we're poor, so you could play him in goals and he'd probably have a good game compared to the rest. That is a fucking ridiculous goal to was. Buffon, what were you doing? What were you doing?
Well, just look at his movement. He knows exactly how to find space, and it's also a tidy finish. That's a nice goal.
So underway again, following the goal that made things level.
Don't know who would take him, mate, especially on his wages. I've got to say, I have never, ever, ever been a fan of Harry Maguire. Like, even the way he comes across, I just think he's a bit of a dick. Remember that thing when he got arrested? It was at Greece, and saying, "Do you know who I'm the Man U captain" and stuff like that. And that's maybe just rumours, but you can imagine him saying it. He's, I just don't like him. I think he was decent for Leicester, but I mean, you know, Man U. Watching like Ferdinand, Vidic and stuff like that, he was never anywhere near that level. Not that many are, right enough. But I honestly don't know who would take him. Weirdly, I think there was a point in the summer where I think it was kind of almost joked about, but because Chelsea play in a back three, he could have went to Chelsea because they would have happily paid wages for MD. But he might have done alright at Chelsea with the pressure off. But he shouldn't be United captain, and I don't know. Him and Ronaldo obviously don't get on. Ronaldo probably thinks he's a bit of a fucking idiot, which I can understand.
Possession lost, intercepted.
I don't know. Ten Hag has to work for Man U because the club's in such a bad place. Aye, but England play in a back three, don't you? Do you know what I mean? He's always played. He's never made a real bad mistake for England. Probably till those, was it the game just there against Germany, was it? And again, he's not playing for his club, so that won't help. But
This man will get most of the plaudits.
he's slow. I think that's my point, Mum. Unless he is playing in a back three, is that kind of that kind of stopper?
Once again,
He can't. Like,
key player he is.
you're always going to the back line. He's never going to be in line because he is so slow. He's good in the air, good header of the ball and stuff, but I mean, Man U can't start playing a back five. Well, I suppose if you did get Conte, you might have.
Defended well. Damian Suarez. Josh Sargent.
I know, Phil Jones. I mean, how much money has he had in wages without hardly playing a game?
The run to the inside.
It's mad. It really is mad.
Close one.
Oh,
The high
fucking
press
hell.
was very
I'm
much
doing.
on.
That's fine, ref. Nothing wrong with that. Good, good, good. Nearly.
Well, the championship is such a competitive division, and this is a game for you to look forward to on EA TV. It's
Oh, and it's
Sunderland
coming on
taking
here.
on Blackburn Rovers.
That should be a tasty encounter. Plenty of quality in those two sides. Certainly one to enjoy.
I've taken some players off to try and save them because of the.
Finds
That's
the
good.
player to prevent the chance. Racing forward, trying to catch
Run.
them out.
That was absolutely pony.
That is how to break up a counter-attack.
Cantwell, you've been quiet. Is that my fault that Harley played down the left? Don't go away from him. Who's that? Aaron's fine.
Just the tackle that was needed.
Too slow.
Well, I'm hearing there's been a goal in the Luton game. Alex Scott can fill us in.
A second goal for Reading after a well-worked move.
Sam's get away from him.
On the end of a cross with a beautiful header. They're pulling it by 2 with 67 minutes played.
Many thanks.
That's a ball. Oh, nearly.
An effective clearance.
I know, it's crazy. He keeps getting... And is there not that thing where he's always kind of getting injury in the transfer window, so even if somebody would buy him, he's not going to go?
City taking on Hull City.
I like the look of that game. The atmosphere is
It's crazy to think back even a little while ago. Remember Phil Jones and Smalling? Although Smalling's doing well in Roma now. But then Harry Maguire would do well in Italy. Harry Maguire would be fine in Italy.
Cantwell. Could be a chance to break here.
Good ball, come on.
They need to get bodies back.
Oh, is he...
A chance to knock this one. Kick here. Execution then. Let's see how it affects the match. He's put it in the corner.
Yeah, I'd agree. He's probably, the few games he's played better. I would definitely agree with that.
they're urging their team to score here and take the lead.
Oh, fuck, I thought I was in. Whether you like him or not, I mean, I don't, but also, just everything that's going on, you've also got to think of Harry Maguire's state of mind.
Take a look at the stats.
He's just going to keep compounding mistake after mistake because the pressure's on him so much.
Maybe one or two of them to press home their advantage.
They have the ball.
But I don't think he helps himself.
Do with it.
Go on. I thought he'd knocked that onto him. Right, you've got to be burying this. Fucking, why didn't you take it down? I didn't mean to head it.
Fine goalkeeping. Well, I believe there's
Right,
been
come on, how many chances are we going to have here?
Alex has the details for us.
It's another for Burnley. They're now behind by 1 with 10 minutes left on the clock.
Thanks as always to Alex Scott. And it's a quality
Don't you
pass.
dare, Cookie.
And he really read that brilliantly. Now, counter-attacking
Give it.
possibilities.
What was that? It was a terrible ball.
Only 5 minutes left for play and tension galore with the teams locked together. The fans really wanted to shoot.
Deflection.
Well, it looked so threatening, but the danger averted. Timo Pukki. Kenny McLean now. And forward they go.
Do not need to be doing this.
Norwich City throwing here.
Yeah, no, I get that. If you're a fan of Man U, the Glazers are the Glazers have wrecked the club.
Hanley.
It's a funny one as well because they keep taking dividends out, which is horrific. I mean, at times they have spent money, but just spent so badly.
Additional minutes.
I think after Fergie, because he done everything, when football changed, you know, if you look at Man City, like the Chicky Beerstoms and all that, or whatever his name is,
Excellent ball over the top.
you needed somebody that was going to, or people that would come into the club and do like a really good job of recruiting and setting up different. They relied on Fergie for everything, really. And then I think you get a bit of jobs for the boys at Man U. Because I like Mourinho, and when Mourinho went to Man U, I was quite excited. Although his powers were maybe starting to wane and he didn't realise it at the time, I was quite excited to see what would happen.
And now they get the ball rolling.
Where are we? No. Let's see what that does with us in the league. Hopefully we're still top 6 surely. Long way to go. Third? Shit. Beat Burnley as well, and Burnley were a good team. We've just went off the boil a wee bit. Yeah, he's got quite good intentions, isn't he? Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Where is I don't know if you played FIFA 23 yet, mate, but this menu's ridiculous. They just changed it for the sake of changing it. I don't know where Eden is. Player stats. Yeah, top goal scorer by quite a bit. Brereton Diaz and Fatawu. I don't even know how to pronounce his second name. The wonder kid. He's leading assists. So that's good. Blackburn. They're all still a bit pish. Should really set up a... Again, how do you do that again? Because everything's fucking moved. Youth staff maybe? Set up a scouting network. Let's set one up in... Norway, 6 months. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Dubai and, well, more Americans, I guess. One thing, Man U's always been able to get by because they're the biggest brand in the world. But they need to fix things soon because that isn't going to last for another 10-20 years. The stadium's falling apart and that, isn't it? Like, there's like, real bad mismanagement of the club. Come on, Ben, you get a hat trick against your old team, that'd be great. Yeah.
Hopefully we get a really good game here.
That was shite. Don't do that again. So was that.
Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. The referee's letting it go as they keep the ball.
Better. Good ball. Hit it. Oh, well wide. Well wide. Well, I mean, it's the state of Saudi Arabia. So I suppose on paper, the only thing that might slow that down a bit is financial fair play. But I mean, it's the royal family of Saudi, innit? It's, you know. In fact, I was talking to a guy on here from Saudi who was explaining a bit about like buying Newcastle and stuff and how much money they've got. It's quite interesting. And football's changing, like nobody really wants these big owners like Todd Bowley and even FSG at Liverpool and all that. They don't really care about the fans, like the local fans anymore in the community. They want the international fans. They don't really want you buying a season ticket at Man U and you know you turn up and support your team faithfully every week. They want people coming from America and the Middle East that are going to spend like £300-400 a time in the shop, you know, coming as like tourists almost to games. So I don't really know how that's ever going to get fixed or played out as long as these owners can come in and just buy up clubs. I'm obviously glad the Super League never happened. It was horrible. It's exactly that idea that I'm talking about, but it'd have been interesting if it did. The teams that were left, I don't know what would have happened. Like, it might have made football a bit more back towards the community again, but it would have been skint and it would have been really poor quality because all the players and all the big names would have been obviously with the Super League clubs. It's a bit like I go and see a local team here live near Glasgow where I'm from, and they went bankrupt 10 years ago. I mean, Scottish football's a complete mess. And I go and see them and they play in like the amateur 5th league or something like that. There's maybe a couple hundred people watch them, but they were once, you know, they played near the Premier League in Scotland. And it's mad. It's like, it's just mental. I totally caught the London Cowboys. Yeah. And this is still just the start. Fast forward 20-30 years and you see how things go. Basically, I think the Premier League's going to become the Super League because Italy and Spain are struggling to keep up financially and stuff like that. So by default, the Premier League might just become the Super League, where all the owners and all the best players are. But the cost you pay for that is, well, it takes a lot of the soul out of the clubs. What are you doing, Buffon? Go on, it's better. Tanganga's a good player in there, I know it. Get that in there, La Vega.
And he knows he must dump it away. Ryan Hedges. Really good challenge. An attack
Hey man.
possibilities.
No, terrible ball, Bennett.
Pressing as a team.
Go on. Oh, fucking hell, made it too complicated. That's you, Ori.
No problems grabbing hold.
No.
Well, the stats tell us everything. They just aren't doing enough going forward.
Play quick.
Too predictable.
Benny, move. There you go.
Now, hold on, Stuart. They're in here.
How have you missed that? Hit it. Oh, fucking hell. Aye, definitely. What's his name again? I know who you mean.
Gonna get on the end of it.
Aye, and the Juventus, and is it Agnoli? Is that the Juventus guy? Basically him, the Juve guy. Because they know that they can't compete with the Premier League. And yeah, it's all about getting, and they're billionaires, but it's all getting more money at the end of the day. Perez, yeah.
Morton. Visualisation and
Yeah, plus, we've seen the things with Barcelona and their wages and their fair play and everything, but
opportunity goes a begging. Decided to hit that with
Madrid have been at the madam for years with wage bills and FIFA fair play rules and stuff like that,
and just 1 minute
and they get away with it.
on for
They
stoppage.
basically just print more money.
That is that for the first time.
But it was funny, you think back, like when I was growing up, like the 90s, Italian football was amazing, really competitive league, really high quality league, even though it was a bit slower. And then obviously with Messi and Ronaldo, it became Spain was the big league. We'd all watch that on a Sunday. Now, you know, I still watch a bit of Spanish and a bit of German football, and a bit of Italian now and then. I like Roma. That's good, that's good. Play, man. Benny, what's wrong with your first touch? But yeah, it's all the Premier League, and there's a big problem with the Premier League now. because of Haaland, if City just end up dominating way more than they have been, there's not a lot to watch apart from for the quality of the way they play. And I actually find Man City a bit boring. Football's all about errors and jeopardy, and Man City are so fucking perfect. It can be. I find it a bit of a hard watch at times, which sounds crazy, but I just don't enjoy watching Man City.
Should be a good game, that. Hopefully, I've not just given it the commentator's curse.
Excellent defending.
Well, that's it. I mean, the whole pyramid thing, the no relegation thing's ridiculous. The only thing about, I mean, I watched the NFL, the American football, and that's just because that was the way it was always set up. But then to keep it competitive, which it can be over decades, is they have the collegiate system, so you get a draft every year, and you have salary caps and stuff like that. So although there's no relegation, it's not as if one or two teams just dominate forever. Benny, you better hit. Fucking hell, what is wrong with him today?
And that's an excellent piece of defending to thwart him.
So, but plus, football's not. It was set up over hundreds of years of people starting and supporting their local clubs and things like that. So it's got a lot more heritage, as Jose Mourinho used to say. This is football heritage.
Brilliantly at the back. Well, the championship is such
Benny, you're going to get subbed if you don't do subbing soon, because you've had about 10 chances.
on EA TV. It's Blackburn Rovers, and they'll be taking on
Can't well.
I'm really looking forward to that. Two entertaining teams in what should be a really feisty affair.
a free kick awarded by the referee.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, none of the sports have like a relegation. It's the majors and the minor leagues. Like for baseball, I'm thinking basketball. I might be wrong, but I know the NFL's obviously not. Another thing is they're very used to that, the American businessmen, because you can actually just move franchises. So like the Oakland Raiders were like the Las Vegas Raiders and stuff like that. LA Raiders. So that's a bit like the Glazers saying, we don't like Man U anymore because it's a poorer area. We're going to move Manchester United to London. It's now London United. It's mad. What a ball. Put it on a plate for him. Yeah, I still like the Italian League. The Italian League's got a lot of heritage and a lot of good teams in it. AC Milan and Inter can challenge Juve now eventually. Benny, you are getting fucking hooked. How are we not? How is it still 0-0? In fact, let's just fucking one more attack and then we're changing things. I say that, don't do this to me. Get in each other's road. Give me that defender. Oh, right.
More than equal to the task. And a substitution in the offing. Let's see
Get away. How's that not gotten away? That's fucking ridiculous. I knew that was coming there and pressed plenty of time and never jumped. One Sims, you're fresh on. Kate Del Vega.
Cutting off the supply. Lewis Travis. Buckley.
Good.
Retaining possession.
Keep going. Move, Ricky.
Can they notch in front late on here? Can he put them in front?
Thank God for that. Well in, Sims. Saved my bacon. One of the other Sunderland originals. It's actually been decent when he comes on. Sunderland faithful go wild. If this game was at home as well, it's even worse. I was thinking we were away. Just need to hold on now. Nothing stupid. Play Del Vega. I'll do it. Yeah, fine, we'll take the foul. Why are you not going back for the foul? Why are you not going back for the foul? If they score for this, there's going to be tears.
A chance to whip it in. Throw in for Sunderland.
I've not watched MLS for ages. Because there's an LA City and a New York City as well, isn't there? No, New York Red Bulls, which are part of the. That'll come more popular as well. What Red Bull do, having the Australian team, American team, German team. Chelsea owner wants that. He wants other, a bit like City. Is it Melbourne City, New York City? Use them as feeder clubs and stuff. But it's also so they can spend more money on the team, because they can. I think they can offset books and shit like that. Go on, Sims for a second. Lovely. Showing Benny Brenner and Diaz how it's done. Show him how it's done.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts off with that cross into the box, just begging for a teammate to get on the end of it. But how has he allowed that much time and space? He doesn't even have to jump to head it in. It's a good finish, but terribly defended.
And there it is, the final whistle. The home fans are going to be happy with this result.
Ricky played quite well as well, that's good. Well, they've all that, or even some sort of Super League system, because Rangers and Celtic are obviously big clubs. Like they get 50,000-60,000 people a week. They've got a big worldwide following. Celtic, you know, are massive in Far East and stuff as well, because of the history of some of the players they've had. But I mean, Rangers and Celtic wouldn't, if you put them in the Championship tomorrow, they're not necessarily going to get promoted. In fact, they might not even make the playoffs. But I suppose once they're in the league and the money starts coming in, people would say that would sort itself out. Right, that's going to be a clash. Get that changed. We'll wear our blue, you wear the black and yellow. Wigan, forgot they came up as well. Fagioli, give him a bit of a rest. Ahmed Diallo's in this Sunderland team, which I never knew. I thought he was just at Man U, but nowhere near the bench or anything. I know, it's just the amount of money. So they're well supported and stuff, but you need to get them in, and then how do you not get them relegated? One of them relegated in the first season, you would have to give them like a payment of arrival, which, and look at Nottingham Forest, even if you give a team 200 million, they're not going to guarantee survival. So that's how you could then end up with one or both of them in the Championship after a year, and it's a real struggle to get out of, and maybe defeats the purpose. Celtic are playing really good football just now under Ange Postecoglou, kind of like this Aussie coach. Don't know if you've seen him, but he's played great football. Whether he's gone, he'll end up in the Premier League, but not this season or next, maybe, because he's got titles to win at Celtic. I'm sure the fans would hope, but he's a really good coach, and he's really good with the media and stuff. I think he'd end up at probably like a Brighton first or a Everton even. Good ball, turn him, no quicker.
These fans are going to be curious today. First of all, how are their team going to score? And secondly, how do they stop the opposition? Let's hope the players have an answer here.
Aye, that's true, yeah. Plus, I mean, there's not any problem with the fans going to the games, because Newcastle fans going to Brighton is no worse than Rangers and Celtic fans going to London every other week. Oh, that could be a card. What are you doing? Benny, I'm starting to worry about you. You're going off the boil quite a bit. Hit it! You must have heard me say that. Starting to look Snake Plissken from Metal Gear Solid, Ben Brereton Diaz. ...21 goals in 22 matches, pretty good return so far. I was about to say we've been lucky this season, relatively speaking, not many injuries, but I don't want to tempt fate, which I've just done. Give him it. He's offside. Oh, he's not offside. Shit. I think it's always been back and forward. Like I said, I think it's such a big league now. There's always been talk of the North Atlantic League, which is basically, so you'd have teams for Scotland, Belgium, Holland. Basically, you know, they talk about the top 5 leagues in terms of Europe. So you've got England, Spain, Italy, Germany, and France, right? And sometimes Portugal creep into that because they're a bit more competitive Liga Nos. So there's always been talk about having Dutch teams, Belgian teams, Norwegian, I think, maybe Denmark, and with Scottish teams, and maybe, let's say, maybe Portugal. But I don't know. I think had the Super League happened, that was definitely on the cards. They'd already started talking about it. That'd be a lot more competitive. Having Ajax, I think, would probably win it outright. If Portugal were in it, probably Benfica or Sporting. But well, I wouldn't be a fan of the Super League. I wouldn't mind seeing Rangers and Celtic in the Premier League. I think it'd be quite interesting. But it's just how they manage keeping it fair, because I think they would struggle for the first few years, even with money, even with quite a lot of money. Premier League's so competitive now. I mean, there's Nottingham Forest look like they can't buy a win, and Wolves, for example, have started really, really badly. But Wolves on their day could beat Liverpool or draw with Liverpool easy. Forest now could end up fluking a draw with a Chelsea easily. Rangers, Celtic. Celtic playing really, really well now. Oh, lovely finish, Benny. I take back everything I said. So I don't know. In my opinion, if they were both in it, Celtic could probably survive relegation. Just I think Rangers would definitely get relegated now. Even if they have some big signings from money they get. I think it's fair to the English teams to say we want Scotland, we want the Scottish, we want Rangers and Celtic in, so for 3 years they can't get relegated, because that's back to the Super League argument of it's not on merit. So it's a weird one. I don't really know, mate. Give him a rest, get you on, give him a rest. Right, let's just try and see this out.
Away they go again. Second half is underway here.
Played, unlucky. It's Campbell. Campbell's coming on.
And a goal at Bramall Lane, I'm hearing. Alex Scott can tell us all about it.
Come here, get him offside. He's offside, ref. Poor.
Alex, thank you very much.
Don't want them to make my game of this. Just get that. Better. Give him it. Go on, Sims.
Well, excellent from the keeper. That's a really top-class save.
Over it comes, and he clears the danger. It did look on for them, but not to be. Moving it forward. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Tom Pearce.
Hey, he's really put Rangers and Celtic into the Championship, but I say there's no guarantee that they wouldn't both get. There's no way they would both get promoted. But it would take them. It takes some time to adapt to even different league, that level of travel. Just little things like that. So I don't know how you get them in. It's easy if it's a new league like a Super League or a Northern League in a response to a Super League, because everybody's in the same boat. I don't know how you make it fair. Go on, Benny. Oh, I thought I was going in. I thought that was nearly the Hattie.
What can you say about it today? He's been a real live wire, full of tricks, great feet and good goals as well. Top stuff.
Well, the Championship is such a competitive division, and this is a game for you to look forward to on EA TV. It's Sunderland facing Reading.
Well, as you can see, the hosts had most of the ball, but they've shown a real lack of creativity today. They need to be far more inventive in the final.
Oh, you should have found him there, Benny. Come on lads, just let's get another one to get this over the line, eh?
Alex Scott, what can you tell us?
Because they score and then it's panic stations for 30 minutes.
Alex keeping us right up to date.
Try and get Penny off soon for a bit of a rest. The fuck was that? No way, that's a corner.
Well, they haven't seen too many chances, but the crowd sensing this could be a turning point. They need a goal here.
I remember Wigan won the Premier League. Remember when they came up, they beat Chelsea, champions, on the opening day of the season? Was that Mourinho's team? Might have been.
Well, that's how to do it inside your own penalty area. And the counter-attack is on. Options available.
I don't know, mate. Like I say, it depends on a whole load of things. There's probably an argument for them joining it.
Struggle to get it away properly.
Don't know how the fans would feel. You know, that's a good question. I don't know how the actual die-hard fans would feel.
Straightforward save, really.
Because I mean, you're not going to be winning much. They're used to winning trophies every year. Just depends who's in form. Celtic for a few years and then usually followed by Rangers.
Moment for an update, Alex. There's been a goal at
The other thing as well is, I mean, Rangers were relegated to third. You know, the club was done. And although it's not a Phoenix club, it kind of can be. It is in a way. Although Rangers fans would hate that. But
Alex, thank you very much.
yeah, they're not the best run club in the world. Like money wise, there's always stories about they've got more issues coming out.
Bad pass.
So they'd need to be sure that going to the Premier League wasn't going to completely bankrupt them again. Collapse them. Fuck's sake, I knew that was going to happen. If something like that happened, there's only one club left, then 100% that whatever club was standing would need to find a way into the Premier League, I would think, if the Premier League would have them. Because nobody watches Scottish football, but certainly nobody's watching it if it's just one of those teams. Because without the Old Firm derby and the competition between the two, it's just nothing.
Well, he had just gone beyond the last defender, Stuart.
Well, that's a real shame because the through ball is really well weighted. He just took too long to play it.
Possession lost by Sunderland.
I don't know how that team. Oh well, in Sims, God, you're playing well.
Away from home hasn't been a
We get Benny in for his hat trick. You fucked it. You fucked the pass. What have I done?
They certainly controlled the tempo of the game.
Keep me on the offside.
Deserve their lead.
You need to be careful here. What am I fucking about trying to get hat tricks? It's 2-1.
a foul. It most certainly was. Free kick given.
Paddy Robertson.
And the substitution will occur now.
Right, I'm just shit house away to this, I think, boys.
Danny Platt.
How's he got that?
Say. Vision. Can he
What have I done here?
teammates in the middle?
Benny, come on.
Well, they can bring it out now. There's a slide rule pass. This could be it. Just can't get it past him. And there it is.
That'll do, a win's a win.
Victory for the visitors.
Well, it was close, but as we mentioned before the game, their ability to score.
Yeah, club wise it'd be good. Big clubs, big history, big heritage. Right. What does that do? Right, I think that's me for now, mate. I'll be back on tonight. I usually stream. I was streaming at night the last couple of weeks. I just came on to try and get through some of these games. Let's have a look. What's up next? What's up next? Where the fuck? I can't find N because I've moved everything. Must be here. Oh. Office. Games are thick and fast, right? So this is December, so I could probably get through December tonight, which would be good. Getting a transfer window. A couple of tricky games there. Right, so I want to get through December without dropping out the top 4 or 5 really, which should be doable. Champions League, you mean like the Champions League in Europe? Celtic have won one, and then Rangers have won one as well, I think. But it might have been. See, the Lisbon Lions, Celtic was the big one. That was the 70s. So they've definitely won. But I think Rangers won one. Might have been called the Cup Winners' Cup for a while or something. I think it's one apiece. And then I think they've both won a whatever the Europa used to be called. But if I think of the Champions League in Scottish football, I think of that Lisbon Lions team, the Celtic winning it. I think, did they beat Real Madrid? Maybe AC Milan in Madrid. But aye. Right mate, it was nice talking. Listen, I'm going to head off, but I'm usually on at night streaming, so I'll maybe catch you again. Aye, and let's see what happens with the leagues. Aye, nice one, pal. Right, nice talking to you, and catch you again. Cheers now.